Warning: the following show features foul language and crappy opinions said either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, the Riff Report and the producers must insist that no one attempt to repeat any vocabulary or shoot any malort featured on the show.
30 racks of PBR. That's for you.
Amen, brother. All of Florida do better.
But also, most Americans listen to trash music.
That's biological warfare, brother. Like,
They're just being a bunch of bitches.
fill me, Satan. Fill me.
Yeah, they're like, what the
What's going on?
Is he pulling out his dick?
Yeah, it does. I was just fucking with you.
And then we'll talk about it here, live, on the Riff Report. I'm not here to make friends, man. I'm here to talk music and give out shitty opinions, so there we are.
What the fuck were we even talking about?
Welcome to the Riff Report, the loudest corner on the internet. I'm Tyler,
And I'm Ryan.
and we're here to talk to you about all things punk, metal, alternative, all the cores, and maybe some DIY for you, Jordan. Suck it. We'll talk about it all, honestly. If it's loud, if it's counterculture, if it's heavy, even if it's not that heavy. If it's not, like I said, pop or country, it's getting talked about here eventually. We've
Hey
got
man, it's all of the cores and none of the bores.
Oh, that should be on a t-shirt. I like that one. What was
That's
the
a
other one
t-shirt
we were
right there.
talking about? Don't shit in the pit and all the
Oh, yeah,
cores,
don't.
none of the bores. All right,
Yep.
nice. So we got a fun-filled episode for y'all today. We got some awesome tracks by some of our favorite bands and a lot of our bands that we're not really into, but we're talking about Sun Guts. We've got Gatta Morta on here. We got a new track by Teen Mortgage. I'm super excited about that one. Let's see, Brutality. Fucking a lot. There's so much. We got a couple EPs, couple albums. We got some more drama about Sid Wilson. We're talking about Veeps today. Y'all have probably been reading about it, but we're gonna deep dive into that. Holding Absence, Tool, Anthrax, Yob. They took our Yob. And so much more. I'll finish off with our tour announcements as per usual. But what's up, man? How you living, Ryan? It's been
not
24
bad.
hours since I've seen you.
Yeah.
Just about.
something like
Give
that.
or take 22.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something
Who
like
cares?
that.
Something like that.
Who cares? It's all right, man. But I will say, first and foremost, dude, I've finally come to the conclusion that the end of summer burnout is in full effect for me right now.
Bro.
As I know it is for you.
Fuck, man.
It's been
rough.
rough, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I woke up
This has been the-
yesterday at like, fuck, where did I go in? 4. I woke up at like noon or 1, just tired as shit. I got up. I slogged through the fucking house. I forced myself into the shower. I'm not saying that I hate my job, but it was one of those days where I'm like, I don't want to go in today. I don't want to deal with this shit. Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to, and then I did it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But it's starting, that feeling is starting to creep up. Like, you know, I love my job, but I hate going to my job sometimes. Just like, oh, fuck. You know? So, yeah, that's about where I'm
Yep.
at. I agree.
Yeah, we could definitely use a like long weekend or something.
Exactly.
At least a couple extra days off, you
Mhm.
know. But yeah, it's been really hard. It's been unique this summer because typically it's been Brittany working service jobs along with me working service jobs, and we
Right.
kind of work opposite schedules, and it works great. And,
Exactly.
you know, we could kind of flip flop who's watching the kids because we're Americans, so we can't afford childcare.
Exactly.
But this is the first summer where I've had to bring my son to work
Yeah.
throughout the week.
I do have to
and-
say, at least like on
Yeah.
my end of it, he seems chill. You know what I mean? I know there's
yeah,
things in the background I don't see. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
most of the time, I had a customer actually state something on Friday. She's like, "Is that your son?" And I was like, "Oh, no. He's not my kid." I was like, when we bought the place, he just kind of showed up. Like, he's been here the whole time. And she looked at me like, she was like, excuse
What?
me? I was like, no. I was like, that's my manager's
I'm
son.
just
She's
joking.
like, well, can I have one? He is just so well behaved. I was like, you hear that, Oz? And he kind of looked at me, and I was like, Oz, did you hear that? And he just did his like his Ozzy smile, like his big two smile, like, yeah, I heard it. And I was like, all right, man, never mind, forget it. Like, you little shit. But it's pretty good. Like, so like I said, people notice he's chill, but I'm sure it's rough enough on you. I grew up as that kid, by the way. Like sometimes my dad would have to bring us to work, or my mom would have to drop us off. I'd be hanging out at the Wendy's, or honestly, the restaurants my dad was working at. Like he was at this race, NASCAR themed restaurant out in Minnesota, and he would just put us in his office, or his boss, the owners. She was like, oh, you guys can hang out in my office. I got a TV in there. Just fucking hang out, whatever. Don't touch anything. And we wouldn't. We just sit there and watch fucking Toonami and eat some food and just have a good time. You know what I mean? So I've been there a lot. Trust me.
Yeah. It's, I mean, there's only so much sitting a kid can do,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's got plenty of activities, and thankfully he likes to draw and read and shit like that. So that is at least productive stuff. But yeah, dude, I'm super ready for summer to be over.
Same. Yeah. What do we got? Like maybe 2 more weeks, a week, maybe. Like I said, maybe 2 of ass kickings according to trends. We'll see.
Right. Yeah, we got about a month until I fully am relinquished of my duties and can go back to work normally.
Hell yeah.
Which will be great.
Yeah, right.
What about you, man?
You took the words right out of my mouth, dude. I'm tired as fucking shit, dude. I sent that little text to you the other day when we got. Everyone else was super excited about getting their schedule 2 weeks in advance. I was until I saw it, and it's fine. I forgive you. I get it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was like, oh fuck. And what makes me laugh was my little conversation with one of the servers the other day. She was like, oh my god, like, what's going on? I was like, I'm just really tired. I'm working a lot of doubles. I'm picking up shifts. I'm flying solo all the time. And she's like, oh my god, what's going on? And then you put out the schedule. Like, she was trying to empathize with me. And then you put out the schedule, and she's the reason why I'm working fucking doubles for the next 2 weeks. So I was like, oh, yeah, gee, I wonder. So that's why I got that shoulder check-in, dude. Fucking, that was awesome. But it was nice working with you the other day. That was sick. I love working with you, dude. And like I said, we made our jokes about it, but I'll take that patio section. I'll suffer with the patio section if it means you're bartending and you can sneak me some shots every so often. You know what I mean? It was awesome.
Oh yeah.
So
that's what we do.
I got a lot of stuff coming up pretty soon though. So these Tuesdays, like I said, we were supposed to go to the zoo last week, but we didn't because we were feeling that burnout already. And Cat needed a rot day, so I was like, yes, we'll do it. The tickets that we bought. The cool thing about Binder Park Zoo is you just buy a ticket, and they're like, from when you bought the ticket until the end of the season, just show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was cool. So we put that off into September. But next week, I want to say next Tuesday, we got amusement park water trip. Or no, that's
sick.
Hold on. I'm in September right now. Yes, next Tuesday, not tomorrow, but the Tuesday after. We've got Michigan's Adventure. 2 weeks after that is the
Field Museum?
Yes. Yeah, that's September 1st is the Field Museum. And then we decided 2 weeks after that. So I've just got hella Tuesdays booked coming up. And then the week after Binder Park is Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. So I'm about a month away from that in Indy. It's just going to be a crazy August. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have to say Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week, I think. And it's no slight to Mondays because I love doing this. But the whole Monday leading up to this is a lot of work.
Right.
That people don't see.
Right.
But Tuesday, I literally don't have a single commitment other than doing what I want or maybe running some errands, which I don't
go
really
catch a
mind
movie
from time to-
because tickets are cheap.
Yep,
On
I do that
Tuesdays. Yep.
frequently.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's been cool. I just got a lot of things to look forward to, but right now that does not help me until they happen. So that's about where I'm at. But hey man, let's get into a little bit of the nitty-gritty. What the
Yep.
hell have you been listening to this week? What's been in your headphones?
Yeah, dude. I've been listening to a lot, to be honest with you, changing up some styles and whatnot. I've been getting into some like, I don't know, I've just had the urge to want to listen to some like country bluegrass stuff, some like real country bluegrass stuff.
All right.
Because it's fucking, dude, some of it's chill, dude. If you
Yeah.
get the right stuff,
Right.
it's good stuff.
Yeah, none of this arena country shit that's been going on, this like rap country
No.
and like fucking yeah.
Nah,
Exactly.
I don't want to. I don't want to touch any of that with a 10-foot
Exactly.
pole, dude.
Right.
But yeah, I've been listening to like fucking Billy Strings and Charlie Crockett, and found this new female artist. Trying to pull her up right now. Oh, Sierra Farrell.
Okay.
She's got like a old like I don't know, like she's got like a 50s 60s kind of like old school female country vibe. It's kind of like a Dolly Parton like
Nice.
kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
But she's got a really pretty voice. So I've been listening to a lot of her. But outside of that, yeah, I don't know. Kind of a lot of the same stuff is this whole year. I would say, you know, I've been listening to the Chats. I've been listening to Joyce Manor.
Yeah.
Koyo.
It's been a chill year for both of us, dude. Honestly, I'll say that. Like we're growing, we're evolving as
we're chilling out.
Music listeners. Exactly, we're chilling out. We're both over the age of 30 now, so I don't got the energy like we used to, man. Honestly,
yep.
That's about where I'm at.
I listen to my fair share of heavy music, but yeah, when I'm like the majority, like the car ride kind of stuff, I'm like, give me something like, give me an Angel Dust, give me Military Gun, give me, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But the one track that I wanted to call out this week that I've been digging a lot lately, and that is Your Name in Red Ink by From First to Last.
Okay.
The single that came out a couple weeks ago. This song is just so catchy, so clean, well written. I haven't listened to From First to Last in a really long time. But this is a very pleasant welcome back to the scene for an old band that hasn't put out much material in a while. So yeah, I just wanted to call that out because track's fucking fire, and I can't stop listening to it.
Hell yeah. It is nice. What
about you, dude?
Remember that, honestly, when we were talking about it, I was like, all right, cool. You know, we've talked about, honestly, since it got released, we've had a couple conversations about From First to Last, where we started, where we were at when we dropped off. It's nice to see they've had quite a few singles, like, kind of leading up to, if these are their singles, I don't know if.
Right. Leading up to what's about to happen.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. It also like kind of ages us, but or it really showcases like I said, how we're getting older and everything, because these are bands that we listened to literally 25 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're still kind of going. I love that. I keep seeing all these like 20-year anniversaries and remasters and everything, these tours that we're about to enjoy a little bit of. But it just, I don't know. It ages us and it makes me feel old and tired, but it also makes me happy that a lot of these bands in a genre that people didn't think was going to last past a few albums, you know, longer than whenever. A lot of them thought they were going to drug themselves out or they were going to kill themselves and everything.
Right.
They're still here, dude. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm happy to see that. That's my positive part of that. So
it wasn't just a phase, Mom.
Exactly. Right. It's a lifestyle. All right. We're different. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's to you, Mom. All right. If you're listening, I don't think you are, That's cool. Yeah, I had to go. I kind of did the same thing this week on my track. There's two parts to this. The first part is like we talked about right before we started recording. Is like, yeah, I kind of did the same thing. We had just talked about this release fully about a month. 2 months ago now.
Yeah, 2 months ago.
It was the album Season of Surrender by August Burns Red. I am currently wearing the shirt, The Legend of ABR. So cool. Has my favorite video game character on it, Link, the Silent Hero. They don't have this anymore. It was released for only a week, and I jumped on it when I could. I had also gotten the record on vinyl. Now it came with this shirt, and I've been spinning it, when I have some free time. Which also saying that kind of makes me sad because the last like 2 months since work got too busy, I really haven't been spinning a whole lot. It just makes me sad. You know what I mean? Instead of getting up and like going about my day, whatever, I just feel like I'm laying on the couch or in my bed and just not doing fucking anything. So, but I was able to get to this one this week, and just the start of the album I thought was so fucking solid. It also features one of my favorite screamers, growlers, just dirty vocalists. Legions on this album. The first song features Mike from The Devil Wears Prada, and it's just a solid song all the way through. It's got that classic ABR feel, but I don't give a fuck, honestly. We've had enough to say about it, and that's my vote now. I don't give a fuck. It's good. It's an awesome album. It's an awesome song. I'm going to keep supporting these guys as much as I can. So.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I just gave the song a couple listens to in the past like 10 minutes or whatever. Solid track. Like you said, it's got ABR vibes. Dude. You know what? It's good.
Who cares?
There's a reason that they're still around doing the same thing that they're doing. It's just good.
Right.
And people like it.
Exactly. That's about where I'm at.
Well, buddy.
Good chat. Let's get into it.
Let's get into the good shit. Some scene and industry news here. Starting with your new releases.
New releases. We'll sell you the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We got quite a long list of tracks today, which is nice. Because I feel like, we've had a couple weeks where getting like not too many tracks. We've had holiday weekends where less has happened recently, and some good albums coming out, some good tracks, but just a lot of lack of stuff. This week we got some stuff. To start off, the stuff is a track that I was super happy to see. And that's another single by Brutality. We got the track Night of the Soul, which is serving as the 7th single ahead of their upcoming 3rd full-length studio record, Jaws of the Earth, scheduled to drop September 25th. We've talked about it here plenty of times that here at the Riff Report, we're not big fans of bands unloading half of the album before the whole thing comes out. But with these guys, I'm just happy to get new stuff every single time they drop a new single. I can't wait for the whole album to drop so I can listen to it as a whole. But I did listen to all 7 of the songs that have been dropped so far while I was mowing the other day. And dude, it's just so good. These guys are fucking awesome. I wish they didn't claim themselves as a Christian band, but I can look past it because it's hard as shit.
Yeah, right. Well, hey man, let me just say get over it, because if it weren't for like Christian metal and metalcore and all that stuff, you wouldn't even be doing the Riff Report with me, all right? So give them some credit.
I know.
Some of them be kind of going hard, you know what I mean?
I know. I don't like your lyrical premises from time to time, but
Yeah,
I
you
can
know.
get on board with the sick riffs.
Yeah, that's crazy that I have to look that. I gotta see. Do they really tout themselves as Christian metal?
Sure do.
Damn. That's crazy.
Sure
'Cause
do. The first,
I don't know. I don't really read their lyrics specifically.
yeah.
But I guess no, I can see it right here. The one line in this new song, "Will you be here when I fail you?" That's Christian metal. That's got Christian metal written all over it. I cannot sleep without you near. That's
Yeah,
yeah,
I
exactly. He's not talking about an ex-girlfriend. He's talking about the Lord. All right.
we talk about the Lord.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really see anything on their Wikipedia page, but I know that I've seen it.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. So the band is signed to Rottweiler Records, a label out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is cool. Sort of close
Okay.
by,
They got
but it
from
is a
yeah, go
Christian
ahead.
metal
Okay.
record label.
Right. So they've got like kind of that Under Oath, Norma Jean, kind of Oh Sleeper, like a lot of those guys that were on Solid State specifically that were like, we are a band, we play metal,
Yeah.
we are Christian,
We are Christian.
we're not a
Right.
Christian band. The Devil Wears Prada, all those guys, like they're like, we're Christians who are in a band, but we're not Christian metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And then we all saw what happened with all of those guys. Now they're not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No,
So
well, I just searched, is Brutality a Christian band? It says
Yeah.
yes. They are Christians and
Mhm.
profess the faith. However, they avoid calling themselves a Christian band.
exactly. Right. Yeah.
So, but either
Dang.
way, hey,
Right.
you think whatever you want to think. I don't agree
Exactly.
with you, but I do agree with your music and your sick chugs. So keep doing it.
Exactly. I gotta say, my favorite part, not my specific only favorite part, but that riff in the beginning, dude. That fucking, sick intro, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Had me going the whole rest of the time. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say? September 25th for this? So we got a little bit of time, but
Yep.
be
A
looking
little bit
forward
of
to it.
time. It's
Right.
close, but by September 25th, we'll be out having more bonfires. We can jam out to Brutality while we're burning shit.
I'm looking forward to it. Hell yeah. I'll go ahead and take this next track. We've got the song Cut It by Northlane. This is one of my absolute favorite Australian progressive metalcore outfits. This is their second single for their upcoming album, Anamoya, which is arriving on October 30th. The first track we got was called Evian, also a good song. But this one really, I'm not going to say hit home for any reason, but it kind of did. I was reading up on some of the synopsi, if that's the correct word of it. And it's literally about burnout. Like, honestly, like physical and mental burnout. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa, that's me. Like, I connect with that. That's so cool. It's got a dope fucking music video. Northlane, and they just sound good. Like, they give you power. And that's it, period. They just give you power. You know what I mean? What's his name? Marcus's lyrics. I gotta say, I loved old Northlane, their first couple albums. But this iteration of Northlane since Rot, I don't remember what that album was called, unfortunately. What a fan, huh? What was that? Node, that's what it is. From Node on, I've loved this era of Northlane a whole hell of a lot. And I'm really excited to see what else they have going on. And it just excites me to want to see them live even more because they're doing a lot of this shit at their shows as well. So this was an awesome fucking track to listen to. Did you catch the video at all? Did you see that?
I am watching it right now, actually. I I hadn't seen it. I hadn't even listened to the song, to be honest with you, until this morning.
Bro.
But they had me at the beginning, dude. I was almost off board immediately with the electronic intro. I was like,
Nah.
what is happening? And then it went
Just
into
wait.
the heavy shit, and I was like,
Exactly.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, this is a good track. If I remember correctly, I like this one better than the last single.
Yeah, Evian was all right. It was good. Don't get me wrong. Like I've never honestly ever. I don't think I've found a track I don't like by these guys. There's probably a few that I'll skip, because I'm like, nah, you know what I mean. But yeah, if you like this one, I want you to go back and listen to Obsidian, because Obsidian is just like all this. It's fucking sick. Yeah. I don't really have much else to say because I'm just gonna sit here and just jerk off to the song all fucking night. This is my favorite track of the week. Stamp right there, right now. I'm blowing my load right now.
All right,
this is the track of the week.
Hell yeah. No, I'm going back and listening to Evian right now, and I definitely like Cut It a lot more.
Yeah.
It's just more power, less electronics.
Yeah.
The way that I like it. I don't mind a little electronics, but I don't want to be like overwhelmed with
Yeah, Evian was a little bit more of like that like electronic kind of like party metal. You know what I mean?
It's like
it's just got that vibe.
Very
to it.
digital feel the whole entire song.
Got a digital fever.
Or this one kind of breaks away. Yeah, the digital fever. Well, if you're calling this your track of the week, I'm going back right now, and I'm claiming Brutality is my track of the week.
All right. I mean, we got a few more, but all right, go ahead.
We do have a few more.
Blow that load too, brother.
But
that's fine.
I started strong with my track of the week. You did the same thing.
Hell yeah. Right on.
Hell yeah. Next up, we got a cover release by Blood Vulture. The cover is Your Sweet 666. Blood Vulture, which is Jordan Olds, aka Guarsenio Hall from 2 Minutes to Late Night, putting out this cover, originally written by him, the love metal project.
He wrote that too?
Finland.
He wrote the original? It was him?
Him, yeah.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah. Right. I get what you're saying.
Jordan Olds. Yeah. Him.
Yep.
Him did
Go
it.
left. Right.
Right. Yeah. It was written by him off of their first album, Greatest Love Songs, Volume 666, which I own on vinyl and love that album so much.
You can have it.
Previously, we got the cover of Converge's You Fail Me back in April. So this continues his trend of releasing cover songs, which he's known best for on 2 Minutes to Late Night. This song was big for me back in, I'd say, middle school, early high school. Viva La Bam, Jackass, skate videos, Tony Hawk, Bam Margera, blah 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 blah. And the riff in this is what got me back in the day. This version is fine, but I feel like this is one of those songs that probably shouldn't be covered. Him is like a band that is very uniquely their own.
Right.
And some of those bands, like, just for instance, a few weeks ago, I think some band, it might have been the Crimson Armada or something like that, covered a Lamb of God song.
Right.
And I was like, this shouldn't happen. Nobody should be covering this Laid to Rest by Lamb of God.
Right.
That song is perfect on its own. nobody else can do it any better than what Lamb of God did.
Right.
Don't try to do it. I'm not saying that about this song, but I am saying that I feel like he did equally what was done in the first song, if not maybe just a tad bit worse.
I'll say, as a guy who didn't really get into him, I've been popping between both tracks. I'll say I like the instrumentals to the original a little bit better. Like it was mixed better. And I'm not saying this one's bad, but they just mixed it better for the old one. It's a little bit more verbose, you know what I mean? More pronounced. And I like that a little bit better. This one just sounded like more studio, more clean. But that's not a good thing, you know what I mean? It's not a bad thing, but it's not a great thing either. Like, you know, they hit the
There's
exact...
got to be a fine... It's got to be a nice equilibrium between the two.
You know what I mean? And then the vocals themselves, like, I just kind of feel like those are pretty... He did a fine job doing the vocals exactly the same way. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think all that, I can agree with you. Like, it's not... Yeah. You didn't really need to do this. Like, you didn't really change much. I'm voting coward on this one. Oh, no, it's an After Hours episode today.
Yeah. You know? No, I think that I love Jordan Olds.
He's a talented guy. I agree with you on that. But, like, maybe he's too talented.
You know I think Villa Vallo did a better job with the vocals on the original.
All right. Hell yeah. I mean, you're the bigger fan than I am, so hey, I'll take your word for it. All right. That's awesome. I don't really mind this song either. Like, as much as I want to talk shit and like talking shit about people who love him, because they're kind of in that in my mind, that camp. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're a him fan? Oh, shit. You got that... Oh, you're a chick with the heartogram over your heart? You know what I mean? And you got the butterfly tramp stamp and everything? Like, come on. Like, and the fucking... You got the red ribbon around your thigh and shit, bro? Come on, let's see it. Pull up your pants. Let's see that red ribbon thigh, all right? Come on. No, I mean nothing bad. I just like to talk shit. I didn't mind this track, honestly.
I'm a Tool fan, too, so I get it.
What a Tool. I am as well.
I'm used to.
That's fine. I'm used to it. This one wasn't a bad track. Sometimes you need those. It was heavy and loud with some chill to it. You know what I mean? That's what I liked about it. It was pretty cool. So, yeah. All right, let's move it along to honestly, I almost voted for this one. It's a really good fucking song.
Me too.
But I had to give it up to Northlane. This next track that I'm going to talk about is called Democracy Manifests, and this is a band that has been just building in our playlists. I can assure you that anytime I put on a playlist, like a mix, or hey, just throw on a radio on YouTube Music when I'm driving around, Teen Mortgage is showing up, for sure. And I don't mind that. I love these guys. Especially with what we're dealing with now. You know what I mean? Without getting too political... But I'm going to... These guys are perfect. There are new age punk, you know what I mean? And they sound great, you know? But yeah, Democracy Manifest has just been released via Roadrunner. They do have a music video for this that I still have not checked out. But I'm about to.
It's pretty good.
I believe you on that. And the lyrical content was fucking awesome. The bridge... what is it? Fuck a patriot. It never really meant a thing. I love that. Dude, what a great start. This lizard person is puking into the reflecting pool. Dude, they touch all the right things that need to get talked about. Yeah. I'm just loving these guys more and more as time goes on. I mean, I already loved them like 100%, but like somehow they just keep, you know what I mean? Growing.
I mean, that lizard person has a striking resemblance to the sitting president.
Right. Yeah, the president who only sits. That's all he does is sit around and fall asleep. Right. Yeah, it's a very fair thing. Oh, did you watch that whole video I sent you, by the way? Because the name
Yeah,
I mean, Democracy
I did.
Manifest has been like a thing, but yeah, dude, the Charles, what was it, Charles Monza, Doza. It was Charles Doza is his name. Yeah. So now you're in on the joke, dude.
Yeah,
It's just awesome.
that was a great
I see
video,
you,
by the way.
I see you know your judo well. Yeah.
was a
He
great
came
video.
forward. Somebody found him because nobody knew who that guy was for the longest time, and then finally somebody tracked him down. And then it turns out he was actually kind of a piece of shit. Like, I thought that was hilarious.
Well, he had his
Kind of a
moment in the
racist. I'll say
spotlight.
that. He did. He definitely did. But yeah. Trying to see if they ever like showcase him in the video.
Not that I picked up on.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, overall, is a Teen Mortgage track. It was
Exactly.
pretty similar to previous
Right.
songs. A little. It's a fast song, but they brought the tempo down a little bit as they've been doing
Right.
recently.
Yeah, Burn and this. I went back and listened to Burn too.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's they're pulling it back a little bit, but still giving you just as much heaviness and gravity and just political fucking, fuck you, like as they have in previous songs. So I mean, what else can you do with two guys? You know what I mean? I'm sure they have like studio bassists and shit, and maybe some like backing whatever. But also maybe not, honestly. I don't know. Like, we watched them live and their songs sounded mostly the same. Like he had his pedals out and everything and his loopers or whatever, they were able to pretty much make these songs live, which I thought was super fucking cool. So,
yeah. Yeah, I agree.
hell yeah.
Let's see. Next up, we got another track that you would think I would be super stoked for. You would think that I would make
I did
this
think
my
that.
track of the week.
Right.
And I'll explain why it is not my track of the week.
Okay.
But this track is called The Morrisist by Sleep, the Stoner Doom legends. They now feature bassist and vocalist Al Cisneros, who's been in the band for the entirety of it, alongside the new guitarist, Bubba Dupree from Void, who's filling in for Matt Pike ever since he split off from the band to focus on High on Fire, along with the drummer Dale Crover from Melvins, who I believe joined the band amongst Sleep's revival back in like 2016, 17 or something like that. I don't remember when they officially came back, but yeah, new single out now off of the band's new album Hemispheres, which is going to be getting a digital
I just
release
realized
on
that. I read it as
September 3rd.
hemispheres.
Nope.
But yeah, that's even cooler, dude.
Hemispheres. You can't get past Sleep without a marijuana reference.
Nice.
But yeah, digital release for this new album's coming out September 3rd, so not too far from now. And then we're getting physical copies out a little later on October 30th. This is all coming out via Third Man Records.
Oh yeah.
All right. My thoughts on the track. It was fine. I've been a Sleep fan for a really long time. Really long time.
Right.
I've got a poster above me right now. I've got an awesome.
So you got a
painted
handmade
canvas.
one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
You're a Sleep guy, right?
I am a Sleep guy, but this one kind of puts me to sleep. Not gonna lie, it's a little
Dang.
boring.
Yeah.
We're missing the energy and power and grit of Matt Pike's guitars. And it just kind of feels just kind of sterile. Like there are no nuances to the old sleep where you have a lot of like low quality lo-fi recording that gives a little bit of added crackle and warmth and whatnot.
Right.
This is just like full studio quality sleep with not much tone or power behind it. It's just kind of fuzzy, it's chill. It's like walking deliriously through a desert. Like, it just feels like you're just marching forward the whole entire time. There's no real ups, there's no real downs. It's just pretty straightforward and not very interesting, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I can kind of agree with you on that. I feel like this is not a good song to release as a single specifically. It's a fine song to put on a record, you know what I mean? Especially because I haven't listened to a lot of Sleep, so I don't have their nuances down. I don't know exactly how things sort of work. But I would want, just a little bit more energy, a little bit more gravity. Yeah, it's a stoner thing, so it's not supposed to be energetic at all, but I want just a little bit more out of it. So put this in as like not necessarily a filler, but like a complimentary track, like throw in an energy heavy one and then bring the energy down a little bit, kind of chill out. Start rolling up a joint, you know what I mean? And then when you get to the next song, you can start smoking that joint, you know what I mean? There's a template, you know what I mean? There's a way to do it. And this one definitely was like I was listening to this one. I popped on this playlist with all these songs when I was in the shower earlier, and when that one came on, I was just like, "Fuck, man! Like it's cool." But I was like, I gotta get done with the shower. Like, I gotta get ready. You know what I mean? And this song's just gonna make me not want to do that. Like, I just want to go on the porch and smoke a fucking joint. You know what I mean? Which is fine. But I gotta get going. You know what I mean? So yeah, it didn't quite hit. At least in the moment. You know, there will be a moment in the future where I will definitely appreciate that, and we'll need it. Probably soon, within the next week or two, as this burnout builds. And I was like, okay, I just need to shut up, not listen to anything except for this nice slow fucking track to kind of center me. You know what I mean? That's what it's gonna be for. So it will have its moment in the sunshine. Today is not that day. So
No, on a side note though, I will say the one thing that has saved my summer for me is my new love for joints. I have always been, well, I won't say always. I used to be a big vape pen guy. Had to get rid of that. It was fucking my lungs up. It's not good for you. And I would mainly just stick to like bowls and edibles. And then I finally found like a multi-pack of pre-rolls that I really like. And I've been buying those, just always stocked on pre-rolled doobies. And it's just so nice to get home from work, go on my front porch, sit on my swing, fire up a freshie, and just relax, dude.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm sad. I'm like out of weed at this point. I don't think I've smoked weed. I did on Friday when I was playing Magic with the boys. That's about the only time I smoke, unless Kat wants me to roll something up with some of the leftover weed I have that's like a year old at this point, but sealed and not moldy. Just I don't know. I gotta say that. But I still got it. I can still roll up with the best of them. You know, have a great time. But no, dude. Anytime I smoke weed now, I'm just like I get too fucking high. I'm in that camp. It's just like, and I hate to say it, it makes me feel a little paranoid. My body's reset. All the fucking THC's out, and I've since replaced it with alcohol. And I don't know if that's better or worse, but like, that's where I'm at.
It's definitely worse, but hey, whatever.
You know, hey, whatever. Exactly. Whatever's clever. So, no, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to get back into it heavier, you know, or at least heavier than now, like kind of get back to where I was. Because I used to smoke every fucking day. Used to rip my fucking vape pen once or twice every hour. I would just stay high all the fucking time. I can't say I was probably way more chiller. I don't know. I'll do some more science soon. You know, maybe listen to this new sleep track and then see how it goes. So.
Well, next time I see you, I'll break you off a couple nugs that Grandma sent me home with, and then you'll be all set.
Hell yeah, sick. That's homegrown too, right?
Yeah, it is homegrown.
That's the best. I love that.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
With Grandma's love, dude.
Even better. Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to move us into the next track. This is called Where the Quiet Devours Me Whole. And I'm going to reiterate this once again. Chris, if you need somebody to talk to, we're here for you, man. You just keep putting out these tracks with names that just... I don't know. I'm worried about you, dude. I really am. I care about you. I love your music.
He can't be left alone with his own thoughts, dude.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, this is a track by like Mox to Flames. This is their latest single. This will be the 4th single that they have released in the last year. I don't see anything for any albums right now. But we had Salting the Earth. I Don't Want to Be Here Anymore. That was about when I was like, all right, man, come on. How to Be Lonely.
Someone needs to check in.
Just someone, come on, give them a welfare check. But this is a solid track. It's fast, it's heavy. They got some sick riffs in there. I don't know. Compared to old like Moss to Flames, I kind of like this one better. As much as I hate to try and justify him almost leading up to, I don't know, suicide or something.
Hopefully not.
You know. But yeah, it's an awesome fucking track.
Yeah, I agree. Not a huge like Moss the Flames fan. Don't really have a lot of experience with the band, but from what I'm hearing right here, this is a fucking pretty sick track.
Right.
Pretty sick.
They have that little breakdown where we at. Which I kind of love, like Moss to Flames breakdowns. Like he does that like quiet vocal sort of thing where like everyone's kind of like down and then like it just slowly builds up and then it just fucking punches you with another I don't know what they call that part of the song, but yeah. It's awesome. Just great. Heavy, powerful, fast. I want to see this live. So.
Yeah. Well, hell yeah, dude. Those are the tracks that we're going to talk about today, but there are still plenty more to go. So let's fucking get through these real quick, and we'll bring you your EPs and albums. Honorable mention to A Night in Texas released a new track called A Primal Conditioning, which is their second single off the band's upcoming new album, The Darkest Side of Humanity. That's going to be out September 4th. We got a song called The Banner by a band called Prong. These guys are a metal trio. They have announced their 14th studio album.
Jesus.
That is due out on November 6th on Napalm Records. The band, the song did come with an official music video for you to check out. We got a new super group come out with a new their debut single, not just a new single, their debut single as a band.
Yeah.
That is the band Gatta Morta releasing the track Black Hall, which is going to be on their new 4-song EP titled Burn Witch Burn. The band features Buzz Osborne, famously of the Melvins. We got JD Pincus of Butthole Surfers. We got Cody Willis and Clinton Jacob of Mr. Fliz. The EP is available now via Amphetamine Reptile Records, but is not completely released digitally, so you'll have to go pick up the CD to listen to the rest of it at the moment. But yeah, Osborne said the idea for the band came together while touring last fall. saying that the project was solidly weird rock music that needs to happen.
I agree with that.
And I agree with it wholeheartedly. I can't
Yeah.
wait for them to digitally release the rest of the songs off this EP, although I would potentially pick up that CD. We'll see what happens. Next up, we got a track by Burial Path titled Lilitu. This is featuring guest vocals by Abigail Bex, and arrives with a accompanying performance video. This track follows the post-deathcore outfit's previous single, a display of penitence. Additionally, Burial Path's Maya Popst has recently been named a vocalist of the South African deathcore outfit Volvodinia, which we talked about either last week or a couple weeks ago.
I feel like it was a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Solid track there. We got a new track by Nunslaughter titled Undead Melody. You're not going to get this one on Tidal because this track originally did not make the cut for the band's latest album, Satanic Chaos Legions, which was released this past June, but now has surfaced as an exclusive flexi disc series track through Decibel magazine.
Yeah.
And I did get a chance to listen to it. Solid.
Yeah, I agree.
Last track that I'm going to tell you about before passing the mic off is the song Super Void by Sun Guts. This is the title track off their upcoming album, arriving September 4th on Jump Zero Records. This is that progressive mathcore solo project by Carvom guitarist Greg Kubacki. And in similar fashion to the latest singles that we've got from him, it's heavy, it's groovy, and it rocks.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this one. But didn't have a lot to say about it, so left it here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take on over. We've got the song Torture Porn by To The Grave. This is another Australian deathcore outfit. This is their third single, which is going to be appearing on their upcoming album Liberation Front that is arriving on October 2nd via Black to Black Records. We're seeing a whole lot of them. There is a video to this, and it looks fucking crazy, so check it out. I don't want to spend too much time on that. Next up, I've got the song Intertwined by Vicious Rain. This is a Swiss melodic metalcore outfit. This is their standalone single featuring Dream States, Jesse Powell. We made the text small, so it's hard to see the fucking cross on there. Let's see, they released their sophomore album, The Anatomy of Surviving, back in March via A Rising Empire. Let's check that one out. We've got another track by Anthrax for their upcoming album, Sursum Perficio, which is Latin for something. I was reading it up earlier, and I don't remember what exactly that means. It means essentially this is goodbye or this is the end. This is about it for us. So the song is called Everybody's Got a Plan. The album will be out on September 18th through Megaforce Records.
Megaforce.
Right. Let's see. We got the track Feed My Absurdity by Dawn of Demise. This is a Danish death metal band releasing their 6th studio album and first since 2019. This is going to be available on October 9th via Unique Leader Records. They do have an official music video directed by Hans Asmussen and Emil Hrabeck. Let's check that one out. Tumors by Squid Pisser. And I kind of wish I put this on because I just wanted to talk about their name. That's insane. There is a video for this track. They are a masked avant grind outfit. They got an upcoming EP called Throat Slave. That's what they called me in high school.
Yeah, but I bet they did.
Oh yeah. Which is gonna be out on August 28th. So we only got a few more weeks for that. The video premiered through Decibel. They will be touring this summer in support of the release. My last track to tell you all about is by Pittsburgh brutal death metal outfit called Vulgar Mephistus. The track is called To Dust. This is their second single for their upcoming album From Dust. Available on September 11th. Never forget, jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Via Willow Tip Records. So we got quite a bit of stuff for you guys to check out, but I just didn't want to spend 2 hours talking about it, and I don't think you wanted to listen to us for 2 hours. So there you go.
Yep. Hell yeah. Yeah, a lot of shit to go check out. You can catch all of that stuff on Tidal, search the Riff Report, check out our tracks of the week, and you'll find all of these tracks there, minus the Nunslaughter track that was not available. So you'll have to look that up separately. Everything else is there conveniently for you to listen to. Moving on, we got a few EPs followed by a couple of albums. First up, we got an EP by Mouth Breather. The EP is titled If I Lose Everything, You All Lose Everything. And dude, this is my EP of the week because it is tough as fuck. And it just it's very mathy, it's very corey, it's very jammy, it's very energized, it's heavy, it's nasty, it's gritty, it's perfect, dude. I'm not super familiar with this band, but
yeah, I'm gonna be real. I couldn't even find this on YouTube. It's not even on YouTube. It looks like it's only on Spotify, Apple Music, and Bandcamp right now. So,
it's also on Tidal.
Oh, okay. Well, that's crazy. But cool. I love that. I love that for you, dude. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Suck it! I have not listened to a single moment of this, but if you liked it, I might. We'll see. I'll check it out later.
I did like it, and let's see here. So it looks like Mouth Breather. Well, I guess it depends.
They're from Boston, so
they've
probably been around Converge enough.
Yeah. There's been a lot of Mouth Breather bands. So, Encyclopedium doesn't have them listed. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Looks like they formed in 2016, Massachusetts. Put out one full-length album, maybe.
They've got. Yeah, well, I've got 4 albums. We've got on
quite
YouTube.
a bit.
That does not include anything else. So we're starting out with Pig. In 2017, we've got Doll Meat. I'm Sorry, Mr. Salesman, and Self Tape. Excuse me. That's everything that's on Bandcamp as well. We've got one of the
I don't know.
Singles.
It's
on
hard
there.
to tell because
right.
Fucking Tidal is organized so terribly.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, overall, I love this EP.
Hell yeah.
We'll be checking out more from this band, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm definitely gonna be listening to this later because I listened to a couple of the tracks earlier on what I thought was their page, and I liked that early stuff. So I'll just have to get on Bandcamp and then quiet it down a little bit because Bandcamp is always so fucking loud.
Yeah.
It's too fucking I'm listening to this right fucking now, and I'm falling in love with it even more. But we got the EP release by Stellar Circuits. called In the Smoke. And it's just fucking awesome. We've got 4 tracks on this, starting off with In the Smoke. We had talked about Stargazer and I believe Wounded Healer in the past on here. And then we got Spotlight as well. It's just fucking awesome. It's progressive. They claim it as progressive metal. It's a little more progressive metal core. You know what I mean? They got some slower times, some cleaner vocals. They got those build ups, those slow downs, all that kind of stuff. It's just a great little 4-track EP, dude. Didn't need a whole lot to showcase their power. That's for sure.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, I was super happy with that one. I saw that on Friday and checked it out. And it was really good.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah. Last EP we got for the night is With Love, With Rage by Initiate. This, I'm not sure. We did get this single Numb the Pain on July 9th. We might have talked about that. I assume we talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a full 5-song EP here, which is ringing in at about roughly 15 minutes. And I love this one a lot too. It's very, very hype. You got the high-pitched screaming vocalist, and you got some like ambient shoegazy kind of stuff. You got some like 2000s experimental core stuff. It's good.
This one was my EP of the week. Yeah.
Yeah.
For those reasons,
old, but it's clean.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it a lot. Yeah. You got anything else to say about it? I cut you off.
Not a whole lot. Just you're fine. It's all right. We've talked about it. That's the issue of us doing this in separate rooms. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But pretty much everything that you said, like it brought me back to kind of the early to mid aughts. I had the nostalgia factor. It had a lot of like some grit to it, some sharper edge to grit. Just a lot of cool musicality behind it. It was hype. It was fast. You did mention those like shoegazy elements. I'm listening to Delusions right now, and they kind of slowed it down a little bit where I'm at. It's just awesome all the way through. I was a big fan of this one, and the other thing that I did like about this too was the cover that they made for this, like that burning fucking dove and shit, like the watercolor-ish painting kind of. It looks cool all around. This was one of my favorite releases that we had this week. So
yeah.
Big fan of it.
I'm also seeing they got a Audio Tree album here on Tidal, so that means there's an Audio Tree set by these guys that I will be watching probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I just found it's on YouTube as well, so we'll find that video.
Sick.
Fuck, man, they've got 9 songs on that one, so that's pretty cool. Sick. Yeah. Alrighty, let's All right. Next, so we're starting off. We're getting into albums now. This one was let's see. The album is called "Tell Me Your Dream" by Ceremony. This is a band that we were talking about with a single a little bit ago. I believe that was Dark Summer. I don't think we talked about that.
Yep.
There's a couple others. There's Other Hells I'm seeing that was released this year, and Death, Destruction, Mayhem. Which is fine. We can't win them all.
Yeah.
But let's see. We've got 10 tracks on here. This one clocks in at 30 minutes, so it's another little quick listen. I didn't get too far into this album, but I do remember really enjoying Dark Summer. Just kind
Yeah,
of, like we said, a
this,
little basement-y, shoegazy as
yeah,
well. A little bit slower. Just a
kind
little
of
bit
got
more
vibes
fun.
of like old, like Joy Division, New Order,
Right.
kind of almost a little bit,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
like not electronic by any means. It's just,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
Um,
It's killer.
I've been really digging the track Madness.
Okay.
That one's pretty good, groovy. Kind of feels disco-y a little bit almost.
Yeah.
While just being chill. Love the bass line in it. Yeah, this
It's
album,
got like Modest Mouse guitars in this song. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. It's
yep.
cool.
Yeah, this album I have not given enough of a listen to, but I definitely am excited to give it some time. Because I was actually looking forward to this release because
Right.
I'm old and this is the kind of music I listen to now.
Exactly. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Last album of the week we got is the album Give Me Dirt by Cancer Bats. Cancer Bats, legendary punk band from Canada. I haven't really gotten into them too much. They're good, but they're almost like just outside of what I like.
Right.
Typically, we just talked about them. Well, I think it might have been no, it was a couple weeks ago. They came out with that Bat Sabbath
Yep.
worship EP with the cover songs.
Yep.
That was pretty good. But yeah, overall, I didn't really listen to too much of this album. I skipped around a little bit today. It's pretty typical for the band and not enough to really suck me in,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, we talked about those two tracks, Stay Stuck and Long Tooth. And I
Yeah.
believe it was Long Tooth that had the video attached to it that we were like, it was all right.
Yeah.
This is the band I'm
Right.
thinking of. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's this one. Um, it's all right. You know what I mean? I also didn't give this enough of a listen to really completely judge it. But I might. I might give it a
Yeah.
fuller listen. So it wasn't terrible. I'll say that. You know what I mean? It had the right nuances to it that piqued my curiosity, but the singles
Yeah.
that we did get didn't convince me enough to really be like,
Yeah.
okay, I have to listen to this. You know what I mean? It's like I'll check it out when I need to. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. There we go, dude. There's our tracks. About an hour
There we
in.
go.
Nice. Getting better
Oh
at this,
yeah.
dude. I like this format
Yeah.
change. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If y'all like it, once again, let us know. Jordan and Josh, you didn't tell us if you liked it or not. Where you at?
Nope. So we're just gonna keep doing
And I
what we're
had a few
doing.
people come up to me as well throughout the weeks, with these releases, and they're like, dude, your videos are showing up on my front page. And I'm like, great. Did you listen? And then they get all shy and bashful. I want to know, okay?
Yeah.
We need some feedback, all right, guys?
Yeah.
But despite that, let's go ahead and move us along, all right? We're about to get into some band drama. Oh my god. We're going to talk about all these guys' and gals' personal information because you're famous. You don't have a choice.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep. Sorry.
Not really, but and I'm especially not sorry about this one. But I'm not saying I feel for the guy, but like starting to get a little worried. You know what I mean? Got
Yeah.
some more Sid Wilson drama. I was telling you about this in the intro. The previous Slipknot DJ keyboardist, allegedly, he's been facing allegations from his former fiance, Kelly Osbourne. She had shared some pointed comments via Instagram. This is, let's see, strange how the loudest defense of the guilty is rarely innocence. It's distraction. When the mask slips, little Slipknot reference, way to go, Kelly. They don't face the mirror, they throw it at someone else. I also heard that when you break a mirror, you get 7 years bad luck. Or is it that just karma? And then she goes on and on. Talks about, I want to be happy and have a beautiful son to raise. Leave me alone. Let me heal. I can't protect you from yourself anymore. Also, while I'm at it, can I have my dogs back and all my possessions? Oh yeah, and maybe some child support. Damn, bro. And this
Rough.
is information that I think originally we got shared from TMZ. So like, maybe it was a little quick fiery. But yeah, they've shared some more details regarding the decision. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ came after the group finally had enough of Sid's behavior, namely the way he treated his bandmates. They have been told that the firing was a long time coming, not an abrupt decision. Some sources say Slipknot was planning to announce Sid's departure within the week, but they lost control of the rollout. I wonder why. TMZ, you kind of jumped the gun.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, when we first reported Friday, whatever, a couple Fridays ago, the early reveal caused the band to freak out behind the scenes, and the band members were frustrated they could not announce the split on their own terms. Gee, I wonder why, TMZ. Here's some band drama. TMZ, you suck. Stop fucking jumping the gun. Let these guys talk about it when they want to talk about it, all right? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What the
TMZ
fuck?
does suck, dude.
Exactly. Hell yeah. Hey, while you bring up this next one, I gotta go get another beer. I thought I was only gonna drink one beer, but I drank it too fast. I'll be right back.
Yeah, right on.
Oh.
Yeah, when it when it comes down to the Sid thing, I mean, I kind of hit the nail on the head. Um, I assumed, when I heard the news about Slipknot kicking him out, which followed the engagement call off from Kelly Osbourne, things were lining up to where I was like, kind of feel like maybe there's something going on with old Sid here, and this kind of confirms it a little bit. Um, Kelly obviously doesn't have the greatest view on him. Obviously, neither does the band. So, whatever you got going on, Sid, you need to figure that out. Get yourself better. And get back to making music, being a dad. Just focus and get your shit together. This next article we got here is a doozy. We get a two-part. I'm going to take the first part. When Tyler gets back, he's going to go into even more drama off this story. But we got news over the past week that Brooklyn Vegan, Alternative Press, Revolver, and Goldmine have all reportedly been gutted by the parent company Veeps. According to Pitchfork, nearly all the staff at the publications appear to have been laid off. Emails sent to Brooklyn Vegan staffers reportedly bounced back, with the exception of founder Dave Levine. Veeps, the ticketed live stream platform founded by Good Charlotte's Benji and Joel Madden, is now part of Live Nation. Boo. That is the worst news possible, and something that we kind of had an idea was going to be happening. But the company appears to have taken over the publication sometime in 24 or 25, following their previous ties to MDDN and Project M. The layoffs impacted several long-running musical publications, including Brooklyn Vegan, which founded in 2004, Revolver, which was a hard rock and metal staple since the early 2000s, Goldmine, which has covered record collecting since the mid-70s, and Alternative Press, which was launched in Cleveland in 85. The news follows Sony layoffs that happened in April, affecting outlets Metal Injection, Metal Sucks, and the Blast Beat Network. This sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not just saying that. I mean, here doing what we're doing, which is basically music publication, to a certain extent. We're covering news on the industry. We're giving you stories that would most likely be covered in one of these magazines. So, while it does open up the doors for some smaller content creators, it does suck that some of these major publications that have been around since the 80s or even before that. I mean, I remember reading Alternative Press and Revolver as a kid, and loved going to the store and being able to grab one of those fucking plastic covered magazines off the shelf and check out what's going on with Killswitch Engage or Bullet for My Valentine or whoever it is. So this just fucking sucks. And it sucks that it's coming from a company such as Veeps, who, started off by bringing music like this to your TV screen easily, curating content that we're all into. But, with Live Nation being the absolute fucking devil and taking advantage of everything in this scene, if not multiple music scenes, all music scenes. This is just a real step
kicking
back
the nuts
for
dude.
the music world. Yeah.
I gotta say, with
Not
all
good.
this, I've been loving. Okay, as much as I've been into the band, I mean, me, like that's this. The guys who own this Veeps, or you know what I mean, previously owned Veeps, I'll say, because sold out, whatever, you know what I mean, whatever happened. The Maddens,
They're still in charge
specifically.
Yeah.
I've loved the band for a long time, and to see something like this, and to see the guys in a band who were pretty much lifted by these publication companies, like I don't think they would have gotten the coverage. I mean, they were talented individuals. It was decent music, in the early 2000s, but they wouldn't have gotten the fame and fortune and everything that they have now if it weren't for these publications lifting them up and saying, you should listen to these guys, like they're awesome. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of, like I said, a kick in the nuts for these these three guys, the Maddens, to come in and be like, oh, yeah. Now, I have seen it said as Live Nation, because I'm pretty sure Live Nation had bought Veeps specifically, and they're the ones who really decided on it. So, like, it just so happens that, Veeps, it doesn't take away from the evil of the situation, but, I don't think they were specifically the ones who made the decision. They just happened to be involved with it, you know what I mean? Which is also equally as damning, you know what I mean? So, yeah, despite
but yeah, you
whatever,
are totally right, though. If it wasn't for some of these publications, especially Alternative Press at the time, these guys wouldn't be living the lifestyle of the rich and the famous.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. I was trying to find a part to put that into, and I'm glad you found it. So, yeah, I just hate to see this. It's just like, and I'm not going to go too far into this, but it's just like, previous generations from where we're at. We're millennials. There's Gen X before us and boomers before them. Gen X, whatever. Like, they got kind of the shit end of the stick too, but like boomers and Gen X, like they went out and bought all these houses for super cheap, and now they want to sit there and turn them around for fucking 3 times the price now and be like, well, we did what we could. We pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps. It's like, no, you really didn't. You got these houses for comparatively pennies on the dollar, and now you want to sell them for X amount of money, and because of all this, and the people you guys voted in to office, you know what I mean? They wanted to increase interest rates by 6, 7, 8%. And now we're all fucked now, and you think it's our fucking fault. Like, no, you climbed the ladder and then pulled it out from beneath you. You know what I mean? You didn't even give us a shot. Like, your fucking parents or your grandparents, like our grandparents, you know what I mean? They did all this shit, made all these bad fucking loans through the banks, and it's more the bank's fault, but, we had the housing bubble, the fucking, the crisis in 2008 and everything. I had nothing to do with that. I was fucking I was 15 years old. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
they're in
now
high
I have
school.
to suffer for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You know what
Right.
I mean? So, gee, I wish I would have bought a house when I was 12 to 15 instead of just going to school. You know,
Right.
it's just it
Yep.
all sucks, and that's exactly the vibe I get from this situation. Is this is a whole group of people who got rich, who got to go to the top, and they like their money and their comfortability so much that they just fucked everybody else. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
that sucks. You know, and
Yep.
I'm gonna use that as my segue to get into the next little piece of news because this also has to do with that. We've got allegations of workplace harassment suffering following these reports of Veeps, Live Nation gutting all these publications. In one such account, former Veeps Project M group employee Christopher Enriquez shared his experience working under the Madden brothers during his time with the company. He alleged that Joel, Benji, and Josh, along with upper management staff, verbally harassed him and used his confidential medical history against him. He claims that information had only been shared with the company's HR department, raising concerns about how it allegedly reached management. He had also claimed that management effectively forced him to quit in order to avoid paying severance. Ew. He
Yep.
said that allegation was later backed up by another former employee who apologized to him and allegedly confirmed the situation after they were let go. Enriquez had shared the following quote: "Can we stop pretending these guys are cool because they have money and bought a bunch of music media outlets? I'm not staying silent anymore. I'm going in." The Madden brothers, aka Good Charlotte, fired almost everyone from Revolver, Brooklyn Vegan, and Alternative Press, and it's been made public at this point. So there's no reason for me to keep quiet. Um, at this point, I knew this was going to happen when they bought all these brands because I can smell bullshit. I bought their crap at first because I was in denial that this was happening to a company I was at for 12 years and wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I decided to leave about 1.5 years ago. Couldn't be happier with that decision because now I work for New Noise magazine, and the owner actually cares about underground music and their employees. So, just a little shout out to New Noise magazine. Check them out. The Maddens finally got what they wanted. They're so cool and own a bunch of media outlets that they're always featured in, along with all the bands they manage. Nice work, fellas. Also, and your non-famous brother, what a great leader. He has zero engagement in all of his posts and blocked me on all the brand socials after I quit. More importantly, I need to mention that him and his brothers and their upper management staff abused me by talking about my mental health issues that I only shared with HR. Yeah, there's so much more to this quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, he just kind of goes on about that, the sharing of his own personal medical, information that shouldn't have been shared. He plays. It goes on to state that now, whatever they did, gave him the opportunity to work on his music full time, teach music, tour, play on records, manage artists, and it all kind of worked out for him. And then he brings up the quote, "Hey, lifestyles of the rich and the famous, though, nice. They obviously are living the dream and keeping the authenticity to their lyrics. They are living their best lives and buying every publication and firing the people who define them. Keep up the good work." I'm going to go ahead and add this to the quote. "You motherfuckers. We are now
Yep.
boycotting Good Charlotte playlists at work because of this. Because you guys
Yep.
suck."
Yep.
That's terrible.
Yeah, dude. It sucks because I've always been the kind of guy that defended them, which I know is weird because I mean a lot of people used to talk shit about them, but I generally
Right.
thought that their music was pretty underrated, especially for the time because
Right.
it was pretty catchy, high energy pop punk music that I thought stood up alongside other albums, but um there's a lot of people that threw in the industry plant thing, like they just showed up one day and they've
Right.
got these like flashy clothes and tattoos and jewelry, and they're just like being punk rock thugs on MTV. But I always thought, maybe that's not the case. I've watched or I've seen clips from their podcast or whatever, and they generally have some pretty awesome musicians on there, and they have pretty like solid musical knowledge of the scene and of pretty decent bands and stuff. So,
Right.
I thought they were legit, but clearly, money talks, and these guys walked with it and just decided, fuck the music industry. We're going to take control here and make as many dollars as we possibly can. So, while the Lifestyles and the Rich and the Famous was a song calling out those people, they are now those people that they were once talking shit about in their tracks. So
sucks. Man.
That sucks.
I hate that.
Fuck Live Nation. Fuck Veeps. And sorry, but fuck the Madden family.
Not sorry. I'm not sorry about that. Fuck them.
Nah, fuck them all. Next up, we got some news from Cro-Mag's bassist and vocalist Harley Flanagan. He has said his time actively touring may be starting to wind down now. In a social media post shared on August 5th, the 59-year-old hardcore veteran reflected on the physical toll of continuing to tour. In the post, he shared the following. I don't know how many more I got in me, but it's winding down. I've been on the road since the 70s. Even Stigma can't say that. LOL. This used to be an escape from living in squats. I don't live in a squat anymore. I still enjoy playing music. I just don't enjoy traveling. I have 9 more shows booked after this tour. I'm going to take a little break for a while and think this through. My new album is almost done. I have a few more songs to finish, and it may be the best one I've ever written. That's all I want, is to write one good album that makes me happy. Then we will see what happens. I'm not saying I'm going to stop playing altogether, but I'm done grinding it out on tour. I'll play when I feel like it, but this shit is done. Touring is a young man's / woman's sport. I like to eat right. I like to sleep right. I like to wake up next to my wife. I actually love my life. I'm not trying to escape it anymore. When you find happiness, hold on to it. I don't want to spend my whole life on the road and die without holding on to the life I've created for myself. And you know what, dude?
That's wholesome.
That's totally all right, man.
That's fine. Exactly. Yeah, especially
that's
with
totally all right, man.
A heavy ass band as Cro-Mags, you know what I mean? Like, you're 60, dude. Just chill out, all right? You gave us what you needed. We appreciate everything that you have given us. Rest on your laurels for a while, dude. You know what I mean? He can say, like he said, he's not done like making music. He just, getting on the road, like that sucks, And I've never done a tour. I've never, been about that. But I've done a lot of traveling myself, like moving and stuff. And it fucking sucks, dude. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? You get tired of it after a while. This apartment that I'm in right now is the longest I've lived in one single abode my entire life. Before this, I lived in a house for 4 years. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And that's a little bit longer because whatever. But yeah, like touring and stuff, like you're never in one spot longer than a day or two. You know what I mean? You're just out and about. I did a lot of travel jobs as well with my parents. Like, just it gets tired after a while, and I can only imagine, doing it for. I'm 33. I'm turning 33 this year. To have done that since he started this band up until he's fucking 60, like he said, the 70s. That's 50 fucking years of doing this shit. That's insane. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just chill out. It's fine. We forgive you. You know what I mean?
That's like 90% of his life. Yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. That's wild.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you, dude. I like traveling, but traveling to go see stuff or go do stuff is a little
Mhm.
different because you at least get the time to relax and settle down and then go out
Yeah.
and do what you want to do in your own time frame. But yeah, when you're out on the road touring, it's just like being on the road for work, which I used to do as well. And that stuff sucks, dude. You go, you drive a long time to get to a place, you're there for the night, and then you're back on the road off to the next spot. No chance to really soak in the sights, do anything fun, no real rest because you're just out on the road constantly. So yeah, I don't blame him at all, dude. Take your
Yeah, I gotta
time.
say, uh-huh. Right.
No,
Well, I was just gonna say with my little travel thing that I did, I was doing like a little retail stuff with my dad, my mom, and stuff. The rest of my family, we would all pitch in. But
yeah,
we would stay in a town for like close to 2 weeks. It was an 11-day, like on contract. We were there for 11 days. We'd sell a bunch of barbecues and hot sauces. We'd be in one place. So at least with that, we could go out, explore the town we were in. You know what I mean?
right.
Check out the local restaurants and stuff like that, whatever. And then, it was when we were packing up. Okay, we got to get here next. Get to the next
Yep.
hotel, ship off our fucking,
Yeah,
I don't know,
merchandiser or
our
whatever.
display thing, our merchandise and everything, ship that, make sure that
Yep.
got there safely because it's a lot of glass and stuff like that. And then rinse and repeat. So at least we got the benefit of we're here for a couple of weeks. We can chill out.
You can
We're
rest.
staying in a hotel for the whole time, but
Yeah,
we've got somewhere we got a home base. We've got
got a
place
bed.
to go to.
You
We've
got a bed and a
time.
bathroom, dude.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. Next up, we've got a roadblock with the band Brat. They've been hit with a roadblock. Self-described bimbo violence outfit is currently on tour in Europe, performing their summer festival circuit to promote their upcoming album Manslayer. Prior to taking the stage at one of these festivals, found out that their official band social media accounts were hacked and subsequently banned. This also comes during their promotional rollout for Manslayer, which could make promoting the band's next chapter a difficult task. This album is out on September 25th, so we've only got a little bit of time until that happens. This is through Prosthetic Records, so we're going to be here telling you, check it out. Support Brat, because their shit got banned, so you probably, maybe, won't be seeing it on Instagram, Twitter. I'll die on that hill. Facebook, wherever that they put out their social media stuff. Support them. Because that track we were talking about, I'm pretty sure, was that Manslayer? Is that the title track?
I don't know. I was just trying to find it right now. Manslayer. Yeah, Manslayer, which was a fucking killer track.
Yeah, it's so good. Check them out while their social medias are banned, unfortunately.
Yeah. Hopefully Prosthetic Records jumps in to help supplement the missed marketing here.
Right.
But that does truly suck because in today's day and age, social media is everything. And if you don't have that, especially in a time where you're trying to roll out promotion,
right.
That could make this album take a pretty big hit. So yeah, we'll be here constantly pushing that shit until it comes out. And that is,
I think that should be a part of our intro. Hey, I'm Tyler and I'm Ryan, and on September 25th,
Brat got banned.
Check out Brat's new album. Right. Check out their new album coming out on September 25th. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'll do our part.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Hell yeah.
We got some news from Holding Absence. Unfortunately, due to manufacturing delays, the new album Modern Life is Lonely will no longer be arriving on August 28th. The record is now set to be released on September 18th. Just a couple weeks later, the band shared the following statement. Holding Absence family, we are very sorry to share that due to delays in manufacturing our new album, will now be released on the 18th of September rather than the originally planned date. We're gutted to have the delay, to have to delay the album, and sincerely apologize for the disappointment that this may cause. This decision has been made to ensure that every physical edition is delivered as intended and to the standard you deserve. Before then, the title track, which was a favorite among those who attended our 4 UK album listening parties, will be released on August 21st. Thank you for your patience, understanding, and continued support. Yeah, man, that certainly does suck, but
Right.
worse things could happen. So at least we're still getting the album, just not quite as early as planned, but I can imagine it's going to be worth waiting for.
For sure. I've enjoyed anything that they've released so far. I mean, we're looking
Yeah.
at what, 3 tracks right now. I'm pretty sure we talked about all of them as they've been released.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this title track to come out so I can listen to that one too. So,
Right.
but yeah, this was a band that kind of came out of left field when we brought them up, and I was like, whoa, these guys fucking rules. So it sucks to see that they can't release it earlier as intended, but I don't know. They kind of seem like a fall release kind of band on this album. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna work out for the best. I'll be looking out
Yeah.
for this when it comes out for sure.
Yep. I agree.
That is awesome. All right. Here's the big elephant
got
in
a
the room,
doozy.
y'all. Yeah, this one's a pretty big one. Let's see. We've got 2 bands that have dropped off of Southpaw FLHC's tour. For some very unfortunate news, the 2 bands are Resistor and Resist LA. The 2 acts made this decision after Southpaw's drummer Harrison Linder was spotted wearing merch from an alleged Nazi brand called Curb Stomp. That should have been a huge red flag immediately.
It's not an alleged Nazi brand. It is very full-fledged Nazi.
Right. Hell yeah. Well, hell no, dude. What am I saying? I gotta look these
Yeah.
up. Is it Curb Stomp? Hold on. It's not this one. I gotta find this brand.
Yeah, I didn't look up the brand itself, but I did see some screenshots before
Oh,
this news dropped.
right.
And yeah, it's not great.
Let's see. Yeah, all I'm seeing is this Curb Stomp Manufacturing, and all they have is on their website, something new is coming. It's curbstompmfg.com. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah, let me continue on with this news. So Resistor said the following: "We have been made aware of the current situation and have made the decision to pull out from our upcoming West Coast tour. We deeply apologize to everyone who's looking forward to seeing us on this run, and we promise we'll be making it out to you as soon as possible in 2027. Resist had commented, "We have been made aware of the situation going on regarding our upcoming tour. We will be dropping the tour. Sorry to anyone that was coming out." Southpaw have denied the accusations after being confronted by a fan on Instagram. Their quote states, "Not a single person in this band is a Nazi. Dead that shit. Take a look at the history of this band, our music and music videos. You will quickly identify the fact that there are mixed races within our friend group. There are also mixed races within our band members. Take a look at the last collab on our page with Death Metal Panther of Death Panther Media. You think my homie would be collabing if we were?" They've also issued a statement responding to online controversy surrounding the photo of Harrison Linder while confirming that their upcoming tour has been canceled. According to them, the photo was taken roughly 5 or 6 months ago while the band was in the studio. The band claims Linder had been sent the shirt by the company and was unaware of the meaning or associations behind it. The quote states he was uneducated on the fact of what it actually meant and stood for. It was a simple mistake. We respect your position, but I'm going to make it very clear, as I said once again, not a single person in the band is a racist, and we stand on that. We don't stand with racism. We don't stand behind racism. They have denied accusations of homophobia and transphobia, saying that the band is intended to be for all walks of life. Doesn't matter if you're gay, doesn't matter if you're straight, black, white, Hispanic, it is for everyone. They've never been, nor will they ever be, a politically driven band. The tours have been canceled effective immediately. They continue, we could care less about making the money. We do this for the culture of hardcore and for the love of this game and because it's who we are. I gotta find this fucking picture. I can't.
I did look it up, and it is Curb Stomp Manufacturing, so it looks like their site
Oh.
has been taken down right now.
Yeah, right.
But I did see let me see, Harrison Linder. I did see in the so the picture, there's a picture of him sitting in the studio on Instagram, and he's wearing this crew neck sweatshirt with a skull. In
Okay.
the sunglasses on the skull, you get the fucking SS logo.
Oh,
The little lightning
dang.
bolts, which
Right.
is pretty clear.
Pretty self-explanatory, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe he didn't know. Maybe he just thought it was a cool. Maybe he didn't even notice that in the sunglasses, and he was just,
Right.
just thought it looked cool, but still, not great.
Right.
But
Do you have
You
that
know-
picture in front of you?
yeah,
Okay. Can you
Um,
send it to me so I can see it? Because I'm looking through their shit right now and I'm trying to.
yeah. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna send you a link so that I don't have to
Yeah, it's fine.
save it. Did you get did that
Oh,
work?
yeah, there it is. Okay.
I could have swore there was another one of him standing at a computer wearing a different one that also had the SS, but I could be mistaken.
Right.
I saw someone on Instagram fucking posted a ton of different pictures and posted like pictures of the clothing line and some of the other stuff. Which, looking at the clothing line, the company itself, it was kind of pretty clear that that it was a Nazi clothing company. Now,
Right.
what makes me a little curious, I'm not trying to say that this is intentional or true, but I do find it weird. I mean, I know that when you are a touring band, you get sent stuff from time to time. You get sent merchandise to sport and whatnot.
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
I'm wondering why this clothing line felt like this would be the right person to send said merchandise to. And I feel like there would have had to have been some sort of communication to find out what size and what address and all that stuff. So, like, did they really send it to him for free, or did he buy that? Like, I don't know.
Just kind of on his own, you know what I mean? Right. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I think their explanation here, not necessarily an apology, but their explanation here seems relatively sincere, but yeah, I don't know,
I'm on
man.
Instagram right now looking at their latest post about it, and I'm not gonna watch the video and listen to it, but they're talking about addressing this directly, and talking about taking it seriously, and they're reviewing everything that they either get sent or whatever, how it happened, what had happened, and then they do also mention how they understand why people would be disturbed and angry about it, and and they understand that that it had an impact. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but that seems like a better apology than some of the other shit that some other bands have dealt with recently. You know, with members being kicked out, whatever, and they're like, "Oh, well, we just didn't know." It's like, you know what I mean? They're like, "We get it. We fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that happened. We understand that." You know, they're not saying like, you know, they're just like, we're not that. You know what I mean? That's not who we are. We get it. We're going to go ahead and figure this out and go from there. You know what I mean? So I do kind of feel like people kind of jump the gun and we're like, oh, we're done. Like, this is who you are. This is what I think, you know, and I think that kind of sucks. I don't condone, I don't want to justify Nazi imagery, you know, shit like that. But I do at least want to, for the moment, give at least the grace to let these guys figure out what's going on and make it better if that's what they want to do. If they don't and they come back and they're like, oh, fuck you guys, like, whatever, then yeah, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
that's about where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's crazy that people out there are looking that closely into people's pictures to even find that correlation, because if you hadn't pointed out to me that was Nazi, you know, related, I wouldn't even found that little piece there, you know.
Unfortunately,
I was looking for it.
Right.
So
yeah. We'll see what happens with these guys, because I gotta say I did enjoy their last album, and I would hate to see a band like that fall on the wayside for something that, you know, is pretty heavy to have to deal with. You know what I mean? But if this is how they turn out to be, then yeah, I can drop them in an instant. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I want to at least give them a chance to make it right. If they don't, you're done. If you do, great. You know what I mean? We'll see how it goes.
I don't really know how you make it right. I mean, I think that they've done about as much as they can. Now it's just time to like kind of just see what happens, I guess. But but yeah, it's unfortunate.
Right.
But that is all of the drama we got for the day. I think that was enough drama.
That's pretty dramatic for sure.
A lot of drama going on, but into a little bit better news, which is your artist news. Yes.
Cool. Chill.
First up, we got some big news from Tool that they may be preparing to return to the studio this fall, which is pretty big. The band have not made any official announcements as of right now, but a recent update from Beat appears to have offered a possible hint. The King Crimson Tribute Project recently announced a fall tour with Terry Bozzio filling in for Tool drummer Danny Carey, with the bassist and vocalist Tony Levin citing Carey's Tool commitments as the reason for his absence. Tool currently have 3 festival appearances scheduled at Riot Fest. Next month, we got Louder Than Life following the day after that, and then Aftershock at the beginning of October. Beats tour runs from October 9th through December 3rd. So that would be following all of these tour appearances. Leaving open the possibility that Carey's commitments could involve studio work. Carey previously expressed hope that Tool would have a new album out in 2027. Bassist Justin Chancellor also confirmed last year that new material was in the works, while cautioning the band's creative process does not operate on a fixed schedule. Tool's most recent album, Fear Inoculum, which was released in 2019. So we've had quite a bit of time since that last release, which this is lining up perfectly with the amount of time that it takes for Tool to pump out a new album.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is interesting and is definitely anticipated. I hope that there's a little bit more energy than Fear Inoculum had in it, but at this point, the guys are old, they're chiller. All of Maynard's music keeps getting chiller, so
Yeah.
so we'll see what happens, but I don't know what else Danny Carey would be doing with Tool during this time frame.
Exactly.
So hopefully it's
Right.
this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was hilarious when I saw this news. I was like, oh boy, they're going to start recording, and then in 15 years, we'll get the record. I'm so excited. Like, I'll be 45. Great. You know? We'll see how it goes. But no, this is exciting news. You know what I mean? I don't know who Beat is, but it's cool that they play King Crimson music. You know what I mean? We were talking about Prod recently, and hey, that's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what's going on, you know, with everything. As busy as Maynard is, I'm glad he's found some time to break away to make some fucking music, you know, for a new album.
Well, I mean, he has said in the past he doesn't really have anything to do with the recording of the music until it's all done. Then he steps in to do his work. So,
gotcha. Okay,
we'll see.
Well, hey, cool. We'll see. Alrighty. Next up, little piece of news from Anthrax. They will be celebrating the release of their long-awaited 12th studio album, Sursum Perficio, with a late-night in-store signing in Louisville. That's almost worth it to drive the 5 hours towards, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's see. The event will take place at Guest Room Records on September 18th. At exactly 12:01 a.m., immediately following the September 17th performance at Louder Than Life. Band members will be on hand to sign copies of the album. Space is limited, and fans must pre-order the album directly through Guest Room Records to attend. This is due out through Megaforce Records. This marks their first new album since 2016's For All Kings. The title is Latin. Oh, here we go. Here's the explanation. And translates roughly to My Journey Has Come to an End, or I Complete My Journey. So I wasn't too far off. Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, almost worth it, but I don't know. I'm due for a Louisville trip pretty soon. We spent like 5 straight years out there, and we didn't have enough. It's just getting too expensive. So,
well, this makes me.
What day does that lie on?
I don't know.
Looking that up.
No, I was gonna say. I wonder. Okay, I just Googled it and it says it is not. But that name translation makes it oddly seem like this will be Anthrax's last album or as a retirement. But it does not sound like that is the case. There is no it says apparently Scott Ian and the band have clarified it is just the album title, not the end of the band. So that's good.
How are you gonna put out an album with that title and be like, no, we're gonna continue? Like, you literally put an album that says we're done. Like, just, you know what I mean? Scott, do your shit. You know what I mean? Like,
hey man, well, yes, I will take another Mr. Bungle album if possible, Scott. But I mean, Ozzy Osbourne went on like 7 No More tours, so
right, exactly. Kiss had at least 3. You know what I mean? They're like, we're done. After this one, we'll see. You know what I mean? I was happy. I was happy enough because I got to see Kiss on like their second or third one. You know what I mean? So that was cool. Slayer I missed out on, and they keep fucking booking shows. So like, you know what I mean? There's a time and place, and if it's not the exact, well, that's the thing. What pisses me off is that these bands keep announcing like final tours and we're done after this. So then everyone goes in and puts in all their fucking money. And they're like, actually, next year we're going to do like 6 more shows. And you're like, well, fuck, man. Like, it's not actually the last one. You know, you've been talking to all your friends about it. And yeah, I was there. I was there for the final show. And Then that friend's like, it wasn't their final show though.
Like,
So,
fuck.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've
Well,
made my peace. I don't think I'm ever going to see Slayer. And that's
Yeah.
exactly why I'm mad about it all. You know what I mean? Because I missed out
Right.
on Slayer, and I was like, damn, I missed out on it. And they're like, oh, we've actually had like 8 more shows since then. So the magic
Yeah.
is gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. The retirement. I don't believe you anymore.
Right.
Let's see. Next up, we got some news that Yob is apparently planning to enter the studio this year for a long-awaited follow-up to Our Raw Heart. Drummer Dave French discussed the Progressive Doom outfit's upcoming studio plans during an appearance on Greg Kentley's or Kennelty's
There you go. Yeah, right. Took me a second
mostly
too. I'm
yelling
like, oh.
podcast. Wait, what?
Put on my readers. Jesus.
The mostly yelling podcast. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Right.
The interview primarily focused on French's solo project, Sementron. Am I saying that right?
Whoa,
Sementron?
Sementron, dude, baby.
Dude, Sementron is what they used to call you in college, wasn't it?
It was. You got me. Yep. I didn't want to bring that one up, but you got it. Yep.
You've had so many nicknames. I can't even keep them all
I'm just,
straight.
You know what I mean? I honestly
Man of many names. Yeah. But yeah, they apparently Sementron apparently has put out a new album called the Secrets of a Crumholds Heart. Though he did touch on Yob's next steps and the potential future of Brothers of the Sonic Cloth, his project with Tad Doyle. French shared the following quote. Well, yeah, we're going into the studio pretty darn soon. Yob. We're going in later this year. In no time. We're going in the studio. We're going to be putting together a new record out early next year. Brothers of the Sonic Cloth. I'm still hopeful, man. We talk about it every once in a while. If I had the time right now, I would just instigate it. Just say, here's the drum parts all recorded and ready to go. Exactly. That's awesome, dude. I haven't listened to Yob in a while because mainly I kind of forgot about him. The time that I think about this band the most is if you, Tyler, need something to listen to on the next stormy day where the sky is black and all looks like hell, you need to listen to Clearing the Path to Ascent by Yob. It's a 4-track song that lasts an hour. And it has the gravity that makes you feel like hell is somehow collapsing from the sky into our planet. And it just fucking is so awesome.
That's a great description. I love that. I was listening to Atma for a second. I was like, who the fuck is Yob? Yeah, I threw on Atma and I was like, whoa, this is Yob. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna be checking them out a little bit more. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I love these guys. Happy that they're coming out with some new music. Our Raw Heart came out in 2018, so it's been quite a while.
Hell yeah. I'll listen to that one too. Let me pop them on my subscription list on YouTube, which by the way, you're watching this on YouTube. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button, let us know. Selfish rant over. Next piece of news. Saw a little bit about this. We've got Pepper Keenan from Corrosion of Conformity as a guest on Chris Garza's podcast, the Garza Podcast, where they had spoken about everything from how he had acquired his first guitar to all the way to Beavis and Butthead. One of the more serious topics that they did bring up, though, involved the late Corrosion co-founder and drummer Reed Mullen. He had passed away in 2020, having experienced severe health issues, including alcohol-related seizures due to substance abuse. According to Keenan, there was one person that stood out as someone who truly wanted to lend a helping hand, and wouldn't you guess it, it was Foo Fighters' Dave Grohl. This is a quote from Pepper. Well, his health was not well, and we tried everything. I just couldn't get it together, man. And we tried everything. Dave Grohl offered help. It helped him with rehab, paid for it out of his own pocket, which was very kind. I will never forget that. See, Mullen's talent and character was never overshadowed by the demons he faced, though Keenan had expressing nothing but adoration when talking about his late friend and bandmate. Keenan and their lead guitarist Woody Weatherman remembers him fondly, considering his prowess as one of the originals in crossover execution. This is the quote from them. Now, me and Woody look back at things. We have nothing but wonderful stories about Reed. Because when he was at the top of his game, he was a fucking animal on the drums. You couldn't touch him in terms of creativity and moving that type of music forward. He's one of the OGs of the crossover shit back in the day. So he truly had helped invent something. It's just weird shit. You can't plan anything. You can't map it out. You'd be crazy to even try. You never fucking know what's going to happen. Garza had also asked Keenan if Mullen knew just how sick he was before he had passed, though Keenan emphasized he could only really have known if he were in Mullen's shoes. So he's glad he got to make at least one more record with them. To finish off the quote, it's a hard thing to get a grip on, things like that, if you're not in it. It's hard to say you're just writing songs and making a record, and you don't know this is going to be your last one with this person. I do think if he had gotten through all of it and cleaned everything up, and sometimes it takes just that, if he were here right now, I think the band would be tearing shit up. I think he would have come full circle. He would have been one of the people not scared to go backwards either. But who knows? You can't go there. At least we have that record. There was a stretch where I was doing down stuff, and they were doing the three-piece thing. So I'm thankful we got back together one more time. Rest in peace, Reed, legend.
Yep. And
Yeah.
this
Oh,
one
shit.
goes out to you.
Whoa, bro.
Yeah, get your shit
Oh,
together.
fuck. Dude, I didn't even see that. Hold on.
Yeah, dude, come on.
I know.
I
I'm
messaged
sorry.
you.
Dude, it's just like when I'm working, bro. I'm not checking my texts. I'm not checking my
Yeah.
messages.
I'm working here.
I'm working. Come on. Dude, I didn't
No,
even get a high five for that, bro, for being somebody who doesn't check his phone at work. Bro.
Yeah.
The man
High five.
tested me. Thank you. It's all right. We don't need to hear about
There
that.
you go. This one goes out to Reed Mullen. But yeah,
I will be
dude,
spinning your record tomorrow.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I love this story. And to be honest with you, this is why I love Dave Grohl so much, dude. He's had his problems in the past and his fair share of controversy of what people think. Right. When you mix in the whole fucking Courtney Love fucking and Kurt Cobain shit. But at the end of the day, I generally think that Dave is a pretty cool, down to earth guy. Who, while he is a huge personality in the music world, in rock, in arena rock, especially today, he's still maintained a pretty level head. I mean, I've seen documentaries about him and his free nonprofit barbecue trips that he makes to help feed homeless people.
Right.
Which is fucking awesome. He's done a lot for, kids in the hospital, terminally ill kids. And, he's an OG metal and hardcore dude. He knows who his heroes are. And in this situation, he's done, all that he can to help those people that influenced him get better and move on. So unfortunately, it was a little too late for Reed, but the the point was not missed on
Right.
in my opinion.
Exactly.
But yeah, fucking rest in power, Reed. You made some kick-ass shit. To lighten things up a little bit, Frozen Soul has released an official live video from their collaboration with MCR vocalist Gerard Way. Gerard appeared on the title track of the Texas death metal outfit's third studio album, No Place of Warmth, which released earlier this year. Roughly 2 months after the single debuted in February, Gerard Way had joined the band on stage at the Novo in LA on April 17th to perform the track live.
That's sick.
The performance has now been shared online in an official music video form via Century Media. And I must say, dude, I watched the clip and the dude holds up. It's not just studio magic. He knows how to do those vocals. And while he did come off a little awkward live, and I've never seen MCR live, so I don't really know, but
Right.
in a stripped down, no outfit, no makeup, no nothing, he just comes out OG style and just rips out some high pitched, awesome black metal vocals. And it was great. Yeah, he wasn't looking for any praise whatsoever. He just slips in, does his part, and slips out.
Nice. Oh yeah. Strictly business.
Yep,
Love that.
strictly business.
Cool.
It was great
I'll
though,
flip it up a
but
little
it
bit.
does make him look quite old.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Yeah, he's looking a little old, as we all are. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Right. Dude, I've been noticing, you can't see it on video right now, but like I've got like a bunch of gray hairs coming in, you know, and I'm really hoping I get that like nice coverage on my beard, you know, maybe like a little patch down here, some gray, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah.
I don't
I feel it.
I don't necessarily care about gray hair. I'm the kind of person, I'm never gonna dye my hair no matter what way it goes.
Yeah.
But
honestly,
yeah, dude,
right.
the beard gray is what I'm looking forward to the most. I have plenty of grays on my head, which is you can't really notice because I tactically shave my head for three reasons. One reason is I'm cheap and don't want to pay somebody $20 to cut my hair. Two, I like not having to worry about styling it or using a lot of product in it when I shower.
Right.
And three, you can't see my grays. So there you go.
I was gonna say, for one thing, for some rebuttals, $20 for a haircut, bro. I'm not gonna be able to spend that once I finally go and decide to cut my fucking hair. It's gonna be so much more. For two, I don't remember your second point.
Oh, no, I'm not dealing with my hair. I bet you use hella shampoo and conditioner.
Oh, that was my point. Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
We spend so much money on shampoo and conditioner in this household because we are a long hair household. Samara is lucky. She is a short hair cat, so she doesn't have to deal with that. Sometimes I'll brush her, but a lot of petting, you know, will get her taken care of, and she grooms herself. She's a cat. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been blessed. I don't have grays in my hair yet. I wish there were, but that's fine. I'll be fine with that. I'll take the grays in my beard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say it has been very helpful because any bar or brewery or wherever there's alcohol, they don't fucking card me because they're like, oh, I see the bags under your eyes and the gray in your beard. You're good. I was like, thank you very much. I didn't want to have to sit here and pull out my fucking wallet and deal with all that shit. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Hell yeah.
Well,
while you get on this next one, I'm gonna go take a tinkle.
That's fine. Do your thing. Alrighty, we got a little bit of news from Thy Art Is Murder. They appear to be recording new material with recently announced vocalist Jerry Grimefeld. We were talking about this last week. The Australian deathcore outfit revealed Greinfeld as their new frontman last month following the departure of Tyler Miller. He has previously performed with Honest Crooks and Vengeance and also has his own rap career. Check it out if you're into that. In a video shared by the band on August 8th, Greinfeld said Thy Art Is Murder were flying him to New Jersey to record vocals. You're an Australian band. Why are you flying anyone in New Jersey? Why is anybody going to New Jersey at that point? That's weird. Whether the clip is current remains unclear, as the band still have dates remaining on their ongoing European tour, due to the band's long-running history with New Jersey-based producer. That's why. All right, that answers my question, but why? Will Putney is based in New Jersey. Will, get out. Why are you in New Jersey, of all places, man? Come on.
Run.
You'd have so much more fun in so many different cities, I'm sure. Speculation has already begun that he may once again be involved with new material attached to this band. So that's cool. I like Thy Art Is Murder. I miss CJ. I know he said a lot of shitty things, and that's fine that he's not in the band anymore. I agree with that and how the band took that and dealt with that. But I don't know. I chased that moment where he's at that festival and he's like, dude, the wind is blowing so perfectly.
Yep.
Play the song, band, and then I'm going to do the thing. Ah! Yeah, it was so cool.
So good.
It just sucks that somebody who thought of something so cool turned out to be so shitty. So,
yeah, said some
CJ,
shitty
I
stuff.
hope you find the right mindset. I hope you did better. All right. I hope you do better with your life, CJ. All right.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Yep.
More Thy Art Is Murder. I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let's see. Last piece of news that we got for the night, or day, whatever time you're listening to this or watching this, before we head into your tour announcements. And this last one is kind of a big one, an exciting one. And that is
yes.
It's huge. And that is that members of The Chariot, Norma Jean, Me Without You, and Under Oath appear to be teasing a new project posted by Tooth and Nail. They have updated tracking, the developments, and have speculated that the lineup may include Daniel Davison, formerly of Norma Jean and Every Time I Die.
That's the guy I was
Under
talking
Oath.
about recently. I'm sorry to just interrupt for a second,
Yep.
but that's the guy I was
The
talking
drummer.
about last time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mike Weiss from Under Oath, formerly of Me Without You. Daniel Davidson played in Under Oath. Mike Weiss is from Me Without You. And then Brian Taylor, formerly of The Chariot. So pretty big fucking project. I don't know. Let me see here. What does Mike Weiss do? Is he is one of the guitarists, and then Brian Taylor from The Chariot.
He played guitar for them.
He played guitar. Yep. So we got two guitarists and a drummer. That's almost a band.
Right.
So
I
in
gotta say,
some circles, that could be a band.
I love Daniel Davison. Like, I feel like he's not. I don't know. I don't follow like personal news of people. I don't really follow band members and everything. But this is a guy who was attached to some of my favorite renditions of some of these bands. He was on, I'm pretty sure, Salem for Every Time I Die. He was
Yep.
in the band. He was in Under Oath for Disambiguation, one of my
Yep.
absolute favorite albums from them. I missed Aaron for sure. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
love that guy, but it was a good album. And then Norma Jean, I'm pretty sure he was attached to Wrongdoers, possibly. Which was something I mentioned in our Friday episode as that prog metal, whatever. So they kind of changed things up a little bit, you know what I mean? But he's just a really talented fucking drummer. So whatever he's attached to, I'm honestly just about, you know what I mean? So we'll see what's going on, and we've got enough people into this situation that I'm looking forward to it, despite.
So
Yeah,
he was on quite a bit. For Norma Jean, he was on Bless the Martyr and Kiss the Child, Oh God, the Aftermath,
shit. Okay.
and Redeemer.
Right.
And then with Under Oath, he did drum tracks for Lost in the Sound of Separation as
Oh,
well as
yeah.
Disambiguation.
Oh, really?
And then
Okay.
he was on Salem and Low Teens.
Okay. That's honestly one of my all-time favorite records by Every Time I Die. But yeah, I'm looking back, and yeah, it looks like he was a co-founder of Ludacris, which we would all know as the original name of Norma Jean. So yeah. And then he also played with Color Revolt, which is a good band. So dang.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Very talented individual, that's for sure.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I can't wait for
unfortunately,
whatever to come out from these guys. I need to listen to this right now. You can't just sit here and announce this news and not give me anything else. All right, let's hear it. Come on. What do you got?
Yeah.
What do you got for me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was a big fan of all of those bands, so I am super excited for this project. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We just gotta wait. I think I did see. I thought I saw something. I'm gonna have to look this up later because this is gonna take too much time to fucking dive into.
Right.
But I thought I saw. I think it's on my phone. Hold on. I screenshotted this because I knew I was gonna need it, and that is here. It is. So the band is going to be called Unless, and they are going to be dropping their first single titled Sun Gone Low on Friday the 14th. So this Friday.
Oh shit.
So,
okay.
So yeah.
So while you're listening to After Hours,
yep,
you can check this fucking
check
track
this out.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
excited for that. I'll be looking forward to it. Because my Friday this week is a normal Friday, so hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice. There's our news.
All right. That's it.
Yeah. Love to give it to you. Love to talk about it every week. We're going to go ahead and move into our tour announcements. Fucking all that. All right. Fuck. I just feel like I'm way more buzzed this week than last week, dude. I'm about ready to get this episode done. It's been a little while. All right. First little piece of tour announcement news we've got for you is Kingdom of Giants. Thank you, Ryan, for letting me have this one because I love those guys. They've got a North American tour with Deadlands, Holy Wars, and Night Riders. We're starting off in Seattle on November 14th, then working their way east to end up at the Subterranean in Chicago on the 22nd of November. And then a couple days after that, on the 24th, they will be at the Catacombs at the Sanctuary in Detroit. And then, a little bit more easterly to the East Coast, working their way around that towards the south. and then back west to end up in California, in Los Angeles, at the Roxy and Sacramento. These are on the 17th and 18th of December to finish off their little North American tour. So, cool.
Oh,
I
yeah?
love that for them, and I love that they're continuing on with their music because they fucking rule. So they're not quite to Northlane's level, but they've got those vibes. You know, some electronic shit, some metalcore, some dope vocals. I'm just really happy to see a band that I found on Twitter like 12 years ago. It's just going real strong. I'm happy for you guys.
Damn.
So keep it up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Next up, we got the Floridian deathcore unit, Body Snatcher. They're teaming up with Gideon this fall for the Hell Is Here, Hell Is Home tour. The four-week U.S. tour will also feature Psycho Frame and Volatile Ways. Starting off November 17th in Little Rock, Arkansas. Ew, what a terrible place to start. Making their way over to Texas, New Mexico, Nevada, going up through California for a few days, making their way up the Pacific Northwest, and then scooting over through the northern part of the country over until they get to Illinois for a few dates. November 4th.
Bro, we've talked about this enough. You know how to pronounce that now, okay?
Yeah, Sauge!
So gay, dude. Sauge, all right? They're fancy.
Yeah, Sauge, Illinois at Pops. The next night, December 5th in Chicago at Avondale Music Hall. And then the following night in Detroit at St. Andrews Hall. They will be heading over to the East Coast for the remainder of the tour and then finishing off in Atlanta, Georgia.
At the Masquerade / Hell. I wonder why that's showcased that way. You know, do they have a heaven and hell like situation? Like, is that the basement stage? You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know. I'm about to fucking put that in. I'll let you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, I'm gonna. Right. I found something. It just says the Masquerade and Hell. It gives me no other information. So, Hell. Welcome to Hell. But yeah, I'm going to take this away and finish us off on our last tour announcement and last little points for us here on the news release of the Riff Report. Pain of Truth have announced dates for their upcoming fall tour to support their impending self-titled sophomore album. Due out on September 25th via Days. This is a month-long stint that will kick off in Montreal and will run through November 21st, ending in Brooklyn. Support will be featuring Madball, 100 Demons, Killing Time, Rotting Out, and Missing Link, and many others. So yeah, like I said, we're starting off in Montreal. Through Toronto into Pittsburgh to Baltimore, Lakewood, Ohio, and then we get a few dates here in the Midwest, a few more dates. We got them at the Magic Stick in Detroit on October 20th. On the 21st, they'll be at the Bottom Lounge, and then on the 22nd, they'll be in Sauge at Pops as well.
Sauge!
Yeah, there you go. We're going to go through the South. They're going from Illinois to Texas. What an insane run. To work their way
in 2 days.
A little bit northerly, right, into Colorado, and then into Utah, and then driving through back into Texas eventually. This is an insane tour run, dude. Tennessee, Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and then, as I had discussed previously, ending in Brooklyn at Brooklyn Steel without Barricade.
No Barricade. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, no Barricade. Right. I was like, oh, the band Barricade will not be there. No. They're not gonna have a
Nope.
barricade. You're gonna
There's
be
no
right there up on the
barricades.
stage. Exactly.
Yep.
Sorry.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you said you were too buzzed.
I was, yeah, I'm feeling it tonight. That's for sure. I don't know why, dude. I told you about this earlier. I had the perfect egg bite today, man. I had my, granted, I didn't have any toast with it, but I had my pancakes, my bacon, my eggs, my hash browns. Like I had all that. It was the best. I think I slept off a little too many calories. That's probably what it was. So
Yeah.
here we
Well,
are.
to go back real quick to that, why that masquerade is called Hell, I found it.
Okay.
There are apparently 4 indoor venues attached to this venue. They are appropriately named Heaven, Hell, Purgatory, and Altar.
Okay. Whoa.
So
That's kind of
cool.
cool. Yeah,
Cool.
right.
Well, yeah, fucking.
Yeah,
That's
take us
all
away,
we got
Ryan.
for you guys tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Fucking please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon in the corner so you can get notified when we release new episodes. You can find us on YouTube at the Riff Report News. Follow us on Instagram at the.riff.report so you can see our throwback video of Tyler's perfect egg bite. Check us out on Tidal, search the Riff Report. You'll find all of our playlists coinciding with your tracks of the week and all of our after hours games and lists that we put together, as well as some other fun playlists that each other have put together. Reminder, we're putting out episodes every Wednesday morning for new releases and artist news, every Friday night for after hours. And for now, stay loud, stay angry. We'll catch you in the pit.